Okay, I'm taking a look at that game from last night where we played against those Platinums. They're definitely mechanically better than us, but I easily think we can beat this team if we just make a few small adjustments and just make a few less mistakes. So let's see how we start out. Okay, so right there, Christian cuts Peter off. In my opinion, that's a good cut because Christian's got a lot of momentum. He can get to that ball faster, and Peter can just kind of sit behind him and get ready for whatever set he's about to play. So he plays a set over the middle, and Peter's going to go for it. That's a tough miss. You miss sometimes. Now, right here, I'm last man, and they're much closer to this ball than me. I probably shouldn't go for that. I probably should not go for that. I should probably kind of sit somewhere in the midfield or get back and not go for this. But I decided to go for it. So now, if I don't win this, we're in trouble. And I don't win it. So now we've all got to get the hell back. And right there. So, like at this point, because I didn't win it, it's fucked. So Christian's got to get back. I'm going to be slow back. Peter can stay and kind of be the person to put pressure on it. But Christian's got to get back here. He's got to get back to our back post. Like, don't trying to cut the ball right here, not the move, because now it's over his head, nobody's back. And they should have scored that. They should have scored that, but they muffed it. They also should have scored that, but we get lucky, and now we get a counterattack. So I'm on it, Christian's behind me. Okay, I realize that this is over my head, so I start to just get the hell out. And I'm going to let Christian have the touch. At this point, Peter could come up here and kind of take my place and I can get behind him, or I could turn. Kind of depends on how much boost I've got, how much boost he's got. Ideally, I think Peter should take my place here. And he does. And that's a good touch. And Christian should have a set. Now right here, Christian sets this over the middle. I'm already facing the ball and I'm boosting towards it. Peter is turning towards it. This should be my ball. No matter what he does here, like even if he turns, even if he orients himself the right way, he's not going to have enough speed to get a powerful shot on target, and they're probably just going to save it no matter what. So this should be my ball. But instead we get a cut right here, and it winds up being a pass to them, and now they're just pushing us. They're just pushing us. They're just pushing us. They have a really nice contained play right there, and he kicks it over my head. So that was mistake number one, was that cut right there. Basically pass to them, and they shot it down our end of the field. Alright, for this second set here, we're basically going to wind up making the exact same mistakes, just in a different kind of order. So there's a good kickoff. Bounces to the corner. Now, right here, Christian decides to stay. He's like in their corner, and he decides to stay. He should be getting back right here, and this should be my ball because he's got a really, like, I guess, shallow angle. If he hits it here, he's going to hit it to the wall and maybe pop it out, but then these two guys are like right here to handle that. So he should let me go here and try and get a set over the middle. But Christian goes here, and so now we're both going. So I see he's going, so I go, oh, fuck, I got to leave. All right, so now I circle back around. And it basically, like I said, it winds up being a pass straight to them. It's going to kick it off the wall. It's going to go straight to one of them. So now they've got it to our side. All right, so I get behind Peter here, and that's a good ball over the middle. Now, right here, we both turn. Christian and I both turn right here. Because of where this ball is going to land, it's going to, see, he gets that weird touch. Legend gets that touch to send it back to the other corner. At this point, I need to let Christian go because he's going to have the better angle because he's more wide here. But I'm going, and I wind up cutting him off, and that's exactly what we did in the last one. Peter cuts it off, sends it back to the middle. I cut it off, send it back to the middle. They get an easy bang right back to our half. So now I've got to get the fuck back. I've got to get back. And I decide I'm going to go for this, and it's over my head. Now we're on defense because I made that horrible cut. Trying to make plays right here. Remember when I said a while ago, like, I'm last man, I shouldn't go for this? So look at Diego. Diego's last man. He's watching us, like, fuck around. Right here, in that last clip, I went for this right here, and we had that shitty 50, and they beat it down to our end. Watch what Diego does here. Diego waits at the midfield, like what I should have done. And he's right there for that ball, and he pops it over everybody. And bam, easy goal. Easy goal. That's what I should have done. That's what we could have had. But that's okay. We learn from these mistakes. Okay, now here's where we start to have a good sequence. Alright, so right here, this is good. Christian realizes that Peter is going to get this ball, and so he leaves. He swings out. It's a tough whiff, but at least he got the demo. So now Christian can turn and kind of stay on it. I'm last here. I've kind of realized that I've been fucking up as last man, so I'm chilling as last man here. I'm watching. And now instead of going right here like I did last time, I decided to circle back around and wait for his touch. And there we go. I'm ready for the cut that time. And we get a nice goal. So that's the difference. That's the difference between going as last man and waiting for your time. Right here, get a nice pinch goal. Always fire. Okay, now right here, no one's really expecting to get that touch, to be honest. And so that kind of really changes the momentum in their favor in a big way. All right, so right here, I'm last. I'm taking a very, very wide approach because I'm assuming the way he's pushing this, he's going to push it around the edge here. So I'm taking a wide approach, and yeah, he's pushing it. But now another thing that we're not expecting is Legend to come in here and get another touch that pops it over everybody. So now Peter is going to whiff City. That's tough. I'm also going to miss because it's super awkward. Now right here, Christian needs to go to the back post. He needs to go to the back post and just wait there. And just kind of like wait for this ball to pop out of the corner so that he can beat it upfield. But notice how that Angel's still, like, he's still there waiting for that to happen. So even if we did do that, they'd still probably have a counter, but it's better than what we do here, which is all three of us diving into the corner. I mean, that's just never the move. I know it was like 4 in the morning and we weren't really trying, and we were just like not like there mentally, but yeah, that's what cost us the goal. And then that's just a tough save. Okay. So we get the kickoff. That's just an unfortunate touch out to the side there, so they get to retake control. And now I'm starting to realize that he's getting 2 touches in the air, so I just leave this because I'm not going to touch that. And Christian starts reversing. If you've ever got to reverse, instead of reversing, you see what I do. I see that this is fucked for me, so I turn around and I start to head towards that back post. If you've got to ever reverse like that, that's just tough seeing because it's right over your head still. And I'm actually back to make that save. But had I gone a little bit further back, I think I even had time to get a little bit further back. I could have turned, gotten a little bit more speed towards the ball, and possibly made a better save there. Honestly, there's not a ton to talk about anymore. But I will say, though, that although their positioning is not great, they have a lot of times where they are double committing on the ball. It is pretty good at other times. So like right here, like Legend's getting back while Angel's coming up to support, right? So like Legend makes his he realizes that it's fucked. Legend says, oh, like I'm going for this, but I bump him. He realizes that it's kind of fucked for him, so he just gets out. Diego's there though. Diego's right there, and then Angel says, okay, I'm coming in to support you. Legend's back. So even if I screw this up, Legend's back to defend. Okay, now Diego's on it. Legend's behind him. Legend's gonna follow that touch. He's right there following that touch. He could have scored that, but Peter made the save. See how they just get back? They just know it's fucked. Even if we take it from them, they are back and they are ready to receive our pressure. There we go. That's a good cut at midfield. And like they have some times where they get kind of close together, but then right there, another double commit. So like right here, He beats it. That should be Christian's ball. Peter is kind of shallow, and he goes up the wall, and they both wind up missing it. And so then, again, I pull my favorite trick, the last man commit, and because I see the two of them on top of each other, and I'm thinking, oh man, if I could just beat it past these two, then we just have the goalkeeper to beat, and we should be in good position to follow it. But I fucking am late, and I miss. And so now we're all out of position. So now I commit hard, I overextend. Christian's on the wall. Actually, that's not a bad way to get back in that scenario, because he makes the touch there. Move my camera. I mean, we're just scrambling now. We are just scrambling now. And that's just because they are in a good position to follow each other's touches and respond to our pressure, because they are spaced out well. See, like right there, there's a good example of good spacing from us. We just missed our touches. Like, I'm on this ball, Christian's behind me. This is the way it should be. I make this touch, I leave now. Christian follows to make this touch, but it's okay. You know, like, you miss touches sometimes, but if you made that touch, that would have been good. And then Peter would have, like that, you know, could have set over to the corner, over to the middle. Peter would have been there to shoot it. But since you missed, Peter's behind him there to clean that up, but they are just mechanically a little bit better than us, so they get it around us. Here we go. I make the save, but Diego chills back as last man, waiting for that. He says, okay, yeah, you're going to beat it around the corner? Straight to me. Perfect, dude. And this is kind of what I mean by their positioning is not the best, because there's two of them on it right now, and they don't really need to be. They could be spread out a lot better than that, but at this point, I don't think they really care. I think they're just kind of going for solo plays, because, like, Legend's going to play this off the wall. Diego's right under his ass, but he doesn't realize that he's about to just dribble this shit to the corner himself, and then, yeah, that's just, like, nothing you can do about that. It's just tough. Not a whole lot to say about the rest of the game, but those are just some of my observations about what they did well, what we did well, what we could have done better. And yeah, that's all I have. Let me know if you guys have any comments or anything to add, and maybe I'll make another one of these if you guys enjoyed it. See ya.